Getting your store to show up on Google, the most visited website in the world, is crucial for online merchants. If you don't show up on Google, do you even exist? Hey, it's Anders from Printful. When creating Google Ads, your main goal is to reach your target audience and drive more sales. In this video, we're going to go through 11 actionable tips for getting the most out of your Google Ads. Before we begin, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Tap on the little bell icon to get notified about our latest videos and never miss out on useful tips on how to grow your e-commerce store. As we all know, there are two ways that you can show up on Google: organically and through paid options. To get high ranking organically, you need to pay attention to search engine optimization, or SEO, which we cover in a different video that you can check out later. This video is going to focus on the paid options. Waiting for search engines to recognize your page organically can be a slow battle, and ads can help you start generating more traffic no matter where you are in your SEO process. Number 1. Start creating Google Shopping ads. There are two types of Google ads that show up on Google search results: text ads and shopping ads. Both of these ads are managed from your Google Ads dashboard, where you can create ad campaigns and exchange money for clicks. However, Google Shopping campaigns are the ones that really bring in the money. These campaigns account for as many as 60% of Google ad clicks. Shopping ads let you showcase much more than text-based ads do and are more effective in driving engagement and revenue. What does this mean for e-commerce dropshippers like you? Well, if you're not running Google Shopping campaigns, you're leaving money on the table. If you haven't used Google Shopping ads before, you will need to create your Google Merchant Center account and create a Google Shopping catalog. This is where your product data is inputted and product feed is generated from. Google Shopping is a subsection of Google that lets you showcase ads with products in a more visual way. This isn't a marketplace like Amazon or Etsy. It's a product directory that showcases your products to potential customers and points them to your website. When creating a shopping ad, Google takes the information directly from your Google Shopping product catalog. When choosing products for your Google Shopping campaigns, we recommend to pick out products that are as unique as possible to keep your competition low and your demand high, products that have higher profit margins, products that are already your top sellers, and simple products that shoppers are likely to buy more often or in larger quantities. If you need a more detailed walkthrough about adding products to Google Shopping and setting up your Google Shopping ads, check the resources in the description below. Number 2. Make your ads detailed and clear. If you want to see more sales rolling in, your ads should be as straightforward as possible. The more information you give your customers, the higher click-through rates you can expect. For example, use accurate pictures, write detailed product descriptions, and don't hide shipping rates or other fees. Number 3. Check your delivery method for quick results. When you create a Google Ads campaign, the delivery method is always set to default. This default is the standard delivery method, which distributes your ads throughout the day according to your daily budget. If you want faster results, which is particularly vital to time-specific deals, discounts, or specials, then change your campaign's advanced settings to accelerated in order to drive the targeted traffic to your store more quickly. Number 4. Adjust your keyword matching. When setting up your Google Ads campaigns, you'll notice that the default keyword match is set to broad match, which lets you target a wide audience. But there are other types of keyword matches that you can use to reach a specific niche. Let's go through all of them. First, there's the broad match that I mentioned. With this, Google matches searches to your keywords in a broad way and includes misspellings, typos, synonyms, and related keywords. For that, you just type in the keyword in the field with no alterations. I wouldn't recommend using broad match if you can avoid it, because that might end in your ads appearing in irrelevant searches. Next, we have exact match. This is where Google only matches your ads if the searcher is using the exact keyword to search without much wiggle room. For that, the keywords you add need to be surrounded by square brackets. Here you have to be careful with your research. If you choose keywords that are too specific and have a low search volume, you might not get the results you want. Third, phrase match. This type of keyword matching will ensure that Google only matches your keyword phrase to searchers who are using the exact phrase without any variations. You need to put the whole phrase in quotation marks. This keyword type has the same risks as exact match. Keep an eye on the search volume and don't go for something too specific. Then there's negative keywords. These are keywords that ensure you are excluded from irrelevant searches. This works very well with broad match if you still want to use it for some reason. For example, If you're an online store that sells t-shirts, then you can exclude work shirts or dress shirts from the searches. For that, you add a hyphen before the keyword. And finally, broad match modifier. This match tag is similar to broad match, except it doesn't include synonyms or related searches. For this, you need to add a plus sign before the keyword. This is the one I'd recommend the most. It gives enough control over your keywords and where the ads show up without having to worry about being too specific. Number 5. Tighten up geo-targeting options. Just because you can reach potential shoppers in 189 countries doesn't mean you have to. Segmenting your target market into locations and creating different campaigns catered to those audiences will keep your budget safe while bringing in targeted traffic. Ideally, you want to target different areas like country, state, and city in the different ad groups of the campaign. This will help you identify the locations that bring you the most conversions, letting you adjust bids so you spend your ad dollars on ad groups that bring you more sales. Number 6. Tweak your language targeting. Once you've set up your geo-targeting settings, it's tempting to follow suit with your language targeting, creating a campaign that's specific to a local language. A lot of experts say that if you want to scale your business worldwide or to specific regions with a different language, translating your ads to other languages is a very good idea. According to the Harvard Business Review, 72% of online buyers are more likely to buy products when they were advertised in their own language, and 42% said they never buy products in another language other than their own. However, you have to be careful and always keep bilingual and multilingual environments in mind. For example, if you decide to target Spanish-speaking customers, you could target them with an ad in Spanish. However, if their Google account settings are set to English, not Spanish, they won't see your ad at all, even if they search for keywords in Spanish. In this case, it's safer to create two separate campaigns, one in Spanish and one in English. Number 7. Hold back on Google Display Network ads. There's another ad type that you can create with Google Ads I haven't mentioned yet, Google Display Ads. They appear in third-party pages across the web, depending on how you target your ads, to whom you choose to show them, and the types of ads you create. While this might sound like a perfect opportunity for many business owners, marketers argue that display ads can be quite distracting. Users report that these ads disrupt the experience of the site or app users are on, for example, slowing the site down or appearing in the middle of an article. This results in poor user experience and brand image. That doesn't mean that display ads don't work. It's just that search ads have better ROIs for new stores on a tight budget. Number 8. Set up conversion keyword tracking. Running successful Google ad campaigns requires you to understand which keywords convert best, so test, monitor, and optimize your campaigns closely. To do that, use conversion tracking. It's a free Google Ads tool that tracks precisely which keywords are bringing in converting traffic. This tool also shows what happens after a customer clicks on your ad. If you're new to Google Ads, you can watch this step-by-step video guide from Google to learn how to track performance on your Google Ads campaigns. You can also check out this beginner's guide to Google Analytics. Links to both resources are in the description below. Number 9. Keep an eye on your quality score. Google's quality score is how Google rates the relevance of your ads. This score is calculated based on click-through rate, ad and keyword relevance, landing page quality, and account performance. In other words, if you include misleading information in your ads, you're damaging your quality score. And the lower your score is, the greater the chance Google will put a competitor's bids before yours. Number 10. Don't forget to remarket. Remarketing campaigns on Google Ads help you reach people who have already visited your store, and since they're already familiar with your brand, they are more likely to trust your ad. You will need to create remarketing lists that you can then use for your search and shopping campaigns. To do this, you will need to access Audience Manager from your Google Ads dashboard tools. You can then create your audience based on user interactions on your website, app, and YouTube. Number 11. Get help from the experts. Keyword trends, conversions, bid competition, and quality score, to name a few, are constantly changing, and you will need to adjust your campaigns accordingly to make sure traffic stays on target with your budget. If you don't have the time or skill to master Google Ads, consider trying automated tools like Traffic Booster that will do the expert work for you without any additional budget outlays. The algorithm behind it will make sure your campaigns are optimized in real time, leaving you with more time to work on other marketing activities, sales funnels, or your next big printed product. And that's it. You can find a checklist of all 11 tips and resources I mentioned to help you along the way in the description below. So which one of these 11 tips do you already use on your ads? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to subscribe to never miss out on our latest content and check out other videos on our channel to help your store become more successful.